1. Child raising difference. Basically, American parents raise their children from a young age to know their customs and culture. American parents usually allow their children to sleep in their own rooms to train them to be independent. Many children are taught at a very early age to make decisions and take responsibility for their actions. Often children work for money outside the home as a first step to building independence. Children as young as 9 or 10 can deliver newspaper in their neighborhood and save to spend their earnings. Whereas in Indonesia, parents spoil their children more to keep them under their parents' supervision. Many Indonesian parents do not want their children to work at an early age. They feel it is inappropriate and feel ashamed that their children are working. This makes children dependent on their parents.
Similarities: parents allow their children to manage money and teach them to save. They get to know what money means and help their finance in the future.
2. Young adulthood difference. When they reach the appropriate age, they are encouraged to learn to live independently by leaving home. Many of them get financial support from outside the family. Parents may try to influence the child to follow a particular profession, but the child might choose another career. Sometimes children do the opposite of what their parents want them to do to assert their independence. In Indonesia, most children told to continue their parents' business to keep it going for a long time. Parents sometimes don't want to part with their children because they don't want to age alone. Similarities: both are directed to cause a certain profession, but the child can choose another career.
Number 3, the elderly difference. In America, parents choose to live alone in senior communities because they do not want to inconvenience their children. Compared to Indonesian, parents prefer to live with the children. Similarities: in Indonesia, there are some parents who live in combo homes. Sometimes there are also children who send their parents directly to nursing homes.
4. The nuclear and extended family difference. Americans consider the father, mother, and children as the nuclear family. Other family members are only considered as distant relatives. They are usually more comfortable borrowing money from a bank than having to borrow money from their relatives. Similarities: in Indonesia, the same nuclear family consists of father, mother, and children. If they need money, they are more comfortable borrowing from relatives than borrowing from the bank.
5. Familiar rules in Indonesia. Familiar rules are the same as in America. A man should be responsible for the home and financial support of the family, while women should be housewives who raise children. However, nowadays many women are working to help with financial needs that are still lacking.
6. Stability and change in the family. Today, the economy, societal attitudes, and job mobility in the United States combined with traditional influences and traditional culture is slowly fading away, which is turn had led to an increase in divorce rates.